Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, I think I put in my this thing in the about the call said just how to engage properly in this bull run. I was mentioning like you have like a $300 investment you want to push into this bull run. How will you strategize for and with the $200, $300, $200, so to speak? And that'll
Okay.
be our trade
All right.
into a word.
So now I have to be honest with you, huh? This is the
Yeah.
bull run. There is one truth that is flying around. It is not a lie. It is a truth, but it is a
Mm,
deadly truth, which is
okay.
during the bull run, everything is on the rise, and you can just jump into this, jump into that. That's
Yeah.
like one um, lie that spread. It's also a truth. But here's the thing, it's a two-edged sword. I'm going to like start from the beginning. You get
Mm,
don't mind the way I talk. I would want you to extensively understand where I'm coming from. So very well, that truth is going to be the doom of so many people, which is you feel at this point the market is in rise, it's green, everybody is in profit or something like that. So you should
all right.
you should buy anything, you should jump into anything. You understand? So you just jump into it. And for some people it might pay them, it might help them, you get, but for many people it will result in losses. And it is very, very, very many people. You understand?
All
Why?
right.
Because in as much as this bull run is in this manner, if it's trading, if it's um degen trading, if it's you know futures, whatever it is, I'm going to be honest, you can't just jump like jump
It's
into the
12
bull run.
o'clock.
You understand? You can't just
All
like
right.
jump into I want to make the most of this bull run. You understand? So that's why I would applaud you, you get, for at least reaching out to seek guide or something like that. You understand? Because why many people might not buy this idea, I'll tell you why. If you say trading now, you have trading in the sense that how do I call it? You have trading in the sense that you can't just because you have capital, you now want to make the most of this bull run through trading when you don't know how to trade. You understand? That's one. Two is you can't, oh, I want to make the most of this bull run using meme coins, and just because you have some funds, you make the most of meme coins, start trading meme coins. No, it's not about knowing how to use those text screeners or stuff like that. Then, if it's futures, it's still relating to trading, which is going to be you can't just
Mm,
how do I call it? You can't just trade futures or start using leverage to trade futures. So now, the truth of the matter is that there is an underlying need of maybe knowledge or guide for the position you stand in.
all right.
You understand? There's an underlying need of knowledge or guide. So, but now, I like to be open. In as much as I have a couple of programs, projects to solve things like this that we have worked on Divine Trader, I have to be honest. Um, you as an individual, how best from most likely your level of play or interaction with crypto, because I know you are not a newbie. You understand? I know you are not just trying to come into the industry. So very well, for that purpose, I'd like to know what areas do you as a person want to come into, because I can't come and be telling you about meme coin trading when maybe you in your mind is actually buying alts. You are not the type that want to trade, that want to engage in that meme coin craze. You're the type that likes the bull thing, a calm thing. Just maybe pick one or two alts that will do well. And I can't tell you to switch into trading when you are not the type of person that is involved with it already. You understand? So first things first, on your end, which of these platforms may you or do you want to utilize to maybe make the most of this incoming bull season? If it is that there is one that is clean to you, no wala. If it is that there is none that is clean to you, no wala. But if it is that it is all, no wala, just let me know. I just want to know.
Okay, I think for now is Bybit, mostly just using Bybit and the traditional wallets. I think for most of my soul this I use Soulflare. Anything else to do with soul trading. Then the rest of them are on Bybit.
Alright. So now, here's the thing. In this bull run, you either buy an asset that does well.
Okay.
Like I'm listing how to make the most of the bull run now. You either buy an asset that does well, that's the altcoin type. You either engage in the meme coin craze, which is similar to that of the 2021 shitcoin season. Sorry. So now, that is one. Two is, sorry, three is, you now utilize skill to make some money. You understand that? So people that already have skill. So, but now, for you, it is now relating to first two, most likely, because these are like the current or imminent ways we can make the most of the bull market that pertains to your discussion. You understand?
Okay.
So now, when you talk about meme coin trading, the truth about meme coin trading is this: it's a very dangerous sport. You understand? It's a very dangerous sport. Very dangerous sport. In the sense that I traded cheap coins. Yes, I understand that range, that ecosystem. It's one that's mad. Why? Because how do I put it? You are basically doing vibes and inshallah.
No be lie.
No matter anything anybody tells you that this meme coin is 100% researched, it's still a gamble. That's the truth. So
Alright.
in all honesty, you would now first ask yourself if you want to gamble it. That's your funds. If you want to gamble with it, no wala. Then next is you now ask yourself, if you don't want to gamble it, how can you, if that meme coin thing, because you talked about soul, and when you talk about soul, you're most likely going into deck screener and all of those areas. That's where or how you want to make the most of it. If it's not interacting with maybe airdrops, we are not trying to talk about those ones. We're talking about using cash to make the most of this bull market. So now, for that meme coin thing, it works, it's profitable. I made proceeds from it, I won't lie. But it's crazy because you are most likely going to be in a community with somebody who is going to be sending you buy this, buy that, buy this, buy that, buy this, buy that. And while there are very good people that give meme coin calls, you understand? Let's be realistic with ourselves. It's called meme coins. You are not giving any research based on actual strength. No matter how solid the project looks in front of you, it can crash. that's how the whole shitcoin rate too was back then. So even if there are persons making the most of it, the harsh truth is that back end, the losses is also, more. It's just that it's an industry where maybe you lose so much and a single win can be, also enough to cover for it. So now, the truth of the matter is that might not be something I want to advise if you are looking to at least manage your funds. Except maybe you want to use the $5, $200 and be buying like $5 meme coin. That's the way. If you want to go into that aspect, you'll be buying like meme coin, small change, and you'll be waiting or hoping that anyone that does 1x, 10x, 100x is going to give you what they call it, proceeds. My brother, I'm going to be honest. It's something I have made proceeds from previously, but I won't lie. I won't lie to you. It's a lot. Yes, because except you kind of have maybe a consistent cash flow that you can be pumping into trial and error. That is something that is advisable. I'm just going to be honest. But that doesn't mean that it doesn't work. That doesn't mean that there aren't persons that give, much more profitable call. You understand? Where you can have it be that the chances of making proceeds is a bit high. Maybe like that. But the harsh truth of it is that the industry itself, let nobody want you forget the 10x you see them posting or anything, the 100x you see them posting. That particular industry is mad. Why? Because if you are robbed, it is Segobe. If you are robbed, it is Segobe. Like you understand? If you are robbed, the money is gone. Now, if you don't or are not comfortable with something like that, which is not something I would most likely advise you get courtesy of that capital. If you actually want to do meme coin thing, you can go into it. If you can keep up with the craze as I talked about, no wahala. Now, there is people that making the most of this and bull run is going to be buying altcoins.
Okay.
But now, let me be still honest with the whole altcoin thing. Except you are able to find winning altcoins. Because remember, like I said in the beginning, as I said in the beginning, that what they call it, fall stock on making the most of the bull market. It's something that most people do not have a clear, concise understanding of. Because now, for the bull market, everybody's saying everything is going to be rising. But even in that altcoin section now, it's not all altcoins that will give you that privilege. You understand? It's not all altcoins that will give you that privilege. You can buy an altcoin and it is looking at you. It's the bull market, yes, but it is looking at you. Others are posting this, others are posting that, it is looking at you. Why? Because you just bought anything. Or maybe you just saw somebody somewhere whom I don't know how you maybe would weigh the person's validation or validate the person to prolific enough to give you that trade call. Most people do it. Just see anybody say this coin will do this coin will do that. They go and buy it. You understand? So now,
Okay.
in that scenario, you can win, you can lose. I'm not trying to bash anybody. You get in that scenario, you can win, you can lose. But now the harsh truth about that scenario is now that you would now find it to be that sometimes you don't know which altcoin will do well. You understand? And you cannot attest the level of the person's research. So you might go and buy, and the bull run, the alt season is over, and you are waiting for your coin to do 10x because you didn't buy what was capable of doing something like that, coming from a place of buying it out of vibes and inshallah still. You get it? So now, next is maybe through signals. Like next through signal. You understand? Because quite well the bull run is coming and coins will be doing well. And I gotta be honest with you, except because you see that altcoin section,
Okay.
some or most of the altcoins will take months to yield. They
Okay.
will take weeks, they will take months to yield. That's a true factor. But now, to be very honest, the provision of signals, if done properly, can still solve that issue of making the most of the bull run, where you fund your account and you are taking trades. But now there is no, I would say, substantial knowledge, if you are honest, in handling all of this proper. Abi, can you do the meme coin thing? Or if you choose the trading, can you do it? If you choose the signal thing, the altcoin thing, can you do it? If you choose the signal thing, can you do it?
Come again.
I'm just asking. You said? No, like I'm asking, out of these three areas now that have been listed,
Okay.
you understand, there is undeniably the lack of knowledge at this point, maybe for you, on how to go about it.
Okay, I wanted to ask you, but I don't want to cut you through.
All right.
That is there no possible methodology to research any of these memes of altcoin, like to get proper thing, or at the end of the day, it all boils down to the vibes and inshallah?
That is a very good question. I won't lie. Now, researching altcoins involves two things. Either fundamental, you are working with fundamental analysis, or you are working with technical analysis.
Alright.
Now, for meme coin, most times people perform on-chain analysis and a little bit of fundamental analysis, but I have to just be honest, nothing anybody will say will change my mind on this one. I lived very well around that meme coin, shitcoin craze. You understand? Even the people that are giving you detailed guides, buy this is this contract address, buy this coin, we're going to do this. Except somebody that's giving you that information from an insider community. Except somebody that's giving you that stuff from an insider community. Let me just be honest with you, boss. It is still vibes and inshallah.
Alright.
For that meme coin. On altcoin, you have a little hope of finding substantial stuff. But memes is most likely vibes and inshallah. Let's
No.
be honest, because you don't know which will do well. I've been members with some of the top idols during that period. When they drop calls or when we find research and come, we are finding research based on vibes and inshallah, that's how it is. Make this one click, make that one click. So that's why for that particular section, liquidity dey good. Like it's best to have very, very solid liquidity on that section. You understand? If the meme content, but for alt, it's a bit doable in the sense that you can fundamentally research alt that will do well this bull season. You can
Alright.
you can technically research alt that will do well. But now the fundamental and technical thing I would still like to ask, is this something that you can do at this point in time?
Yes, come again, please. Yes,
Sorry?
again. This is fundamentally and technically. What did you say?
Yes. Like when you talk about the analysis thing for alt season, like for altcoin, sorry,
Okay.
particularly for altcoin, you actually have to either be fundamentally good or technically good. You understand, to be able to like make this research. So I want to ask, is this something that you can at this point handle?
Yes, I think for the technical part, to an extent, I have certain knowledge on technical analysis. But the fundamental that I'm also good with at all. I'm not sure I've ever
Okay.
taken my time to look at any project. Just go straight
All
to their
right.
chat and that's my
All right.
final
So now
point.
for technicals, it's not a, how do I call it? It's not an impossible thing to use it to make the most of the bull season. But here is where my consideration is. Now, let's be honest. Let's be like 100% honest.
Okay.
How sure are you that with your, I don't know how your technical analysis skills are, how refined, how, solid they are. So now, let me ask you, how sure are you that on a scale of 3 assets you pick, you'll be able to make the most of this bull season?
Come again.
How sure are you that if you, using technical analysis, you understand, if you pick 3 assets this bull season, that they would actually do well? How sure are you in that skill as regards, oh, I think I have some level of technical analysis that you were saying?
No, at the end of the day, it's just still down to you play your part, then you wait for reward or waiting about reward or what how do they say this thing? Either you take a reward or lesson. Reward or lesson. I finish.
Okay, so now for that, as regards the altcoin, do you intend to buy and hold or trade? That is the question.
Okay. To an extent, I think I prefer buying and going. It's both of them actively, but with larger sums, maybe the
All right.
from $70, $50 so that can be buy and go. $100 can be buy and go. Then I actively trade like smaller accounts.
That's a
It's like
very
build of the market on both ends. Build of the
that's
whole bull run on both ends.
yes, no, that's good. That's good. That split is good. You understand? So, but now, the truth of the matter is, how do I put it? You mentioned something where I asked if you have 3
I mean,
like I said you mentioned something where I asked if you have 3, calls to depend on. Let's say even the buy and hold one. even the buy and hold. You get, if you are taking 3 calls for that buy and hold, how sure are you that oh they would actually do well, or you're just doing that out of still vibes and inshallah? Because what I'm asking is, you don't want to not make the most of the bull run in the best possible way. So, as we were saying,
If you were saying
I
something
said
about three models or this,
yes. That I'm trying to catch it back. There was a way I put it, which was if you for the buy and hold, or you want to split, they understand. For the buy and hold that you want
okay.
to buy and hold. Now, do you want to? Let's say you split 100, 150 or 200. I don't know any amount you split for the buy and hold thing, and you are sure that if I actually buy and hold, I will get rewarded from buying and holding. Or it's still that talk of, this, that, most likely it will this, it will that.
At this point, it's hoping to get rewarded from that buying and holding.
Okay.
Hoping to get rewarded from the buying and holding. Just with this mindset that nothing is really certain. The risk TD. But
no, it's not really about risk. What I'm looking at is buying what it is that if you actually buy and hold, you understand, will do well. That's what I'm talking about.
Okay. Yes. Why not? I'll opt for the option. Buying and holding.
No. What I'm asking you is, for you that saying, you are looking at buying and holding, then trading, you understand? On your end now, when you now want actually buy and hold, are you sure? You understand? Because I asked you in the initial stance that for that buy and hold thing, if you are sure that you have the skill set or knowledge to actually do it, where in this alt season the alts you buy would actually perform well. Do you have that conviction, or
No.
it is still that maybe let me just buy this, it's happening out of vibes and inshallah, it's not happening out of a place of confidence that I know that yes, there's a tendency that this will do well?
It's still out of vibes and inshallah at this point. I'm not sure the confidence is there. Many periods.
All right. So now, as regards the trading thing, I don't know how solid you are, but very well, it's also good. If you are also able to be sure that you will trade and actually, use trading to make the most of this bull market. Because let me tell you something, it's all based on how you want it to play out for you. There are people that would, this $200, if I can trade it up to 1K, I can now be able to use it to diversify. You understand? Now buy alts and wait. You get? There are people that will say, let me buy alts and wait. If it's after the bull season or something and alts start coming down, you start trading futures, selling or looking for short entries. There are various ways, you understand. It depends on you. But now, where my issue is when you talk about trading now and actually trading to make the most of this bull market, not the one where you are sketchy. The truth of the matter is that everyone seems like a guru in this bull market most times. In this bull market, you see a lot of people just posting, so and so made this, so and so made this. Yes, it happens. But when you talk about trading, like trading, do you want to, how do I call it, drag the process? Or are you sure that, oh, with your skill set on trading, you can actually like make the most of this bull market? Not the one where you are, the word is for me unsure. Do you get where you are unsure that I'd make the most of this bull market, or with my trading skill I can, get this bull market, and have it be that, oh, I don't waste my time. I take trades that most likely would give me much, or I end up, if I split my capital to have part for trading and part for bull or buy and hold, the one that I split for trading, I end up maybe not blowing it, not losing it, and maybe still having it make the most for me. Do you have that, certification in your trading expertise?
No, I'm not sure that's that level of confidence. Yes, it's with my
And
trading.
for that one, that's solid. That's just what I wanted to confirm. Why? Because it's going to be very sad for the bull season to be ongoing, and trading is still a bit sketchy on the bulk side. You understand that kind of thing? It will now be like every other person is making the proceeds and you are just watching them and seeing them pass by. That kind of thing. You get, that's why I asked. So having it be that yes, the trading thing can go well for you, then ensure that you are conservative with it. Ensure that it actually makes the most for you. And very well, I don't have issues with that.